I saw a comment on a video the other day, not one of mine, it's a channel I really like, and the comment was, no more EFT, no more tapping for me. I'm going to allow myself to actually feel what I'm feeling. No more like trying to suppress or get rid of things. And it was interesting to me because it's so not my approach to EFT, but I asked myself the question, okay, is EFT really a tool for suppression and avoidance? And absolutely it can be. Absolutely, it often is, right? And the thing with EFT, I mean, this is rampant in all techniques, right? But EFT, like, you don't need a formal certification, right? I have a clinical EFT certification, but like anyone can post tappings, which there's a lot of good in that, right? It's great that it's a tool that's free and available to use, but it also means it's the Wild West on the internet. So there's a lot of like, hey, I'm going to tap away the sadness, right? Let's oh, you're feeling some shame or some guilt. Let's tap that away so we can feel happiness, right? And there's a lot of overlap between sort of law of attraction-y, new agey stuff. EFT seems to really gravitate towards that a lot. So there's a whole lot of, again, tap away the bad, tap in the good. Let's get you feeling good. And 8 out of 10, if not 10 out of 10 times, that can be suppression if you're not, depending on how you get there, right? Really, you start perhaps introducing positives or opening to different perspectives once we've really felt through something, which can, of course, be challenging on a video. But the very framework of like, let's use tapping to get rid of a bad emotion and put in a good one, you are basically in, this is my opinion, of course, in the world of suppression. So I have no doubt the person writing that comment was like, yeah, enough of that, right? I want to do the work where I'm actually allowing myself to feel what I feel, to process what's going on, not be trying to manipulate and change and get rid of feelings. Now, EFT, in my opinion, can be incredibly powerful for actually helping you feel into, to welcome, to allow, to be present with. In fact, to me, that's the point of it, because what's interesting now with, more research showing that just tapping these particular points and these points compared to a placebo point, like just random points, are showing there's an actual difference here. But it sends a calming signal to the body in very simplistic terms, right? To the brain and the body. But that information, right? If you think about it, let's say there's some emotion, some past experience coming up, some shame, some guilt, some memory that's like too much. And your impulse would be, okay, yeah, maybe I'm on this path of like, I want to feel my feelings. I want to be more present with what's going on, but this is a lot. If you're sending a calming signal to the body, even just the very act of touch in and of itself, that can help you stay grounded, and that can help you sort of stay present with, oh, okay, this is a lot. Now, we don't say, okay, I'm sending a calming signal so I can charge head first into this stuff and re-traumatize myself. It's the last thing you want to be using this for. But unless you're trying to do that, or someone is telling you or pushing you into that, that's not the automatic effect of it at all. Right? It's actually to allow you to just be at whatever distance you can be at from the feeling or with that feeling without, just being, okay, I just can't deal with this. So I'm in total suppression mode or total distraction or total disconnection. So say there's a pain, a symptom, a sadness, a feeling of shame or guilt, right? If I say, okay, just kind of notice that, be present with it. If you start tapping, for many, many people, myself included, besides there being a somewhat inevitable physical response, which I believe is for all humans, right? You can't quote me 100% on that, but it's not like you would have to feel this conscious, oh, I feel so much relief, but something is happening under the hood. That this can help you stay in there. And just the act of doing this, at least for me, helps the mind wandering aspect. Maybe it's because I've done so much of it, but my brain and body at this point in my life associate me tapping, even if it's just here on the collarbone, is like, okay, this is the cue to just, let's just be here. Let's be here now. And there's something about tapping or doing something physical, even if tapping on the table, right? If you're doing it with some level of, okay, here I am, right? The physicality of it can help you be here now, be with what's going on. So this would be the way I conceive of tapping. This is the way I think it's most useful. Obviously, there's a whole art form within all facilitation and the way you might approach using tapping as part of a framework. But you absolutely can use tapping to suppress and avoid things. This is bad. No. This is wrong. Let's focus on the positive. Let's focus on the positive, right? While you're tapping. That's not where I'm at with this. I don't agree with that. And I don't agree with trying to just tap in good feelings as a way of avoiding what's really going on. Use it to help create space, create presence, help give you some support in doing the inevitable feeling, welcoming, allowing, processing of what needs to be, what needs to be felt and move through the system. Love to hear your thoughts, questions, comments. If you're curious about more my approach with using tapping and other forms of emotional work, there's a link in the description for a free ebook of mine on the whole subject. Hope it helps. Talk to you soon. Thanks.